System. All can. Can you able to hear my voice now? All. Hello. Can you able to hear now? No. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. Okay. So voice good. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Just a minute. Yeah. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Thank you all. Thank you all for that. Thank you for your response. Okay, so today is day two of JavaScript. I hope that I think most of the people who attended day one are coming here for day two. I hope that. So some of them are new, I think so. So if you are new here, I just tell about the procedure. What you need to do is, so this is 4 days of JavaScript workshop. So if you don't know about JavaScript and right now only experiencing JavaScript and you are uh, right now currently working with JavaScript, you want to learn all the fundamentals and basics things. And this is workshop is basically that's for. And we are covering all the essential things for JavaScript. Okay, so the basics things and the basics down. So we're going to cover it and we're going to fulfill it. That's what it is. And every day we will provide you a Google form. Okay, so you just want to fill the Google form. If you fill the Google form, you will receive an participation certificate from the team of TWD. Okay, so that is the work that you want to do. And if you missed the last days live chat. Okay, so if you missed the last days live class, then what you need to do is so the live is recorded and it is still there in the channel. Okay, you can watch it again and the live chat is also enabled. You can check the live chat and you will get a Google form at a time that we have set. Okay, so watch the video and fill the form. If you fill all the 4 forms, okay, you will get the participation certificate and also you will get notified by Nabidu Biswasar in the LinkedIn page. Okay, so that's what it is. For most of you from YouTube. So if you're watching some, it is from some other place, kindly request to come and join it in YouTube, not for any other cases like uh, most of the platforms, the forms that we are sending in Restream, it is not coming there. Okay. So if you watch it in YouTube, it will be good. Okay. So you will receive the form perfect. Okay. So that's it. Yeah. So yesterday we have done with the primitive data types and we're going to cover the remaining 2 primitive data types. What are the things the remaining data types is there? We're going to cover it and we're going to jump into objects and function. Okay. Let's see that what all are the things that we're going to say today. Okay. Yeah. Good. Okay. And whatever the doubts that you are having and if you want to ask any question, you can ask with me. Okay. Right now I can able to see all your chats. Whatever the platform that you are watching, that is absolutely fine. I can able to see here and you can able to get it. Stop. Even that is a technical issue that has happened after JavaScript classes. It is not able to cover the React.js part. Okay, so we have covered only the 9 hours part, and that we are not able to cover that one. Okay, yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is all about the front end. It is all about the JavaScript beginners concepts. Okay, so I think if you are already familiar with beginner concept, and this is not for you, this is only for the freshers that who are interested in the beginner concepts. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, just okay. Let me share my screen. Uh, I think be my folder, right? Yeah. Let me open this one. Yeah. 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 This is what we have covered till what is undefined, right? So till we have covered this what is undefined, and we're going to see about the remaining things. Okay. So let me open it with the live chat. So just a minute. Okay. Even it is not about if you put the title about beginner to advanced level, it is all about you need to learn about the basic things first of all. Once we completed the basic things, then we covered for the advanced to master topic. Okay. So have a look into the YouTube channel. We also have the advanced to master topic also. Okay. So we have advanced to master topic. In that only we are covering asynchronous closes, everything that you are. And remember one thing, we are not getting paying anything that we are not forcing you to learn here. You need to learn here, right? That we are not forcing you. Okay. We are doing things. We are doing these things. We're not even getting paid for any of this live from the YouTube monetization. Okay. Please understand that one. We are not recording video and we are getting monetizing the YouTube channel. Okay. Everything is in live, you know about what is live, what the live interaction will get paid on, right, in YouTube. So we are doing this for whole sake because of the people who want to learn. Beginners, we just focus only on the beginners. For advanced peoples we have advanced boot camps. So if you already learned, then don't watch it. Okay. So we are not forcing anyone to learn. Come and you want to learn it. And then the day one also, I just told that whatever you are learned in 12 hours of boot camp, the same thing that you're going to learn it here. But the last fourth day you will know about like you will get a project info. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. This is for basics workshops. Okay. So advanced workshop is there in the YouTube channel. You can check out the YouTube channel. Let me show you. See, this is beginner to advanced. Okay. But look at this one, advanced to masters. And here you can cover that. That is only for catching icons. Okay. So we are putting the title. It does not mean that. And everything that what we're going to cover, it is in the description. What we are going to cover, it is in the description. And you can able to see here in the description what all are we are covering. We are covering async scopes and closes, immediate evoking function, hoisting in JavaScript, closes in JavaScript, constructor function, and dismissing this. Everything that we are covering in this part of JavaScript workshop. Okay. So try to be understand that we are not providing this value. We are not only providing for some of the, we are providing all the values that is completely for free. Okay. So that we don't have any clues that why we are covering advanced, why you are not covering advanced. Try to understand. We focusing on this bootcamp is for beginners. If you are an advanced developer, go and watch that, or you can wait for the advanced boot. The first, the months, if the month is started, then it is basically for the beginner levels. And at the till the month end and the month ends, it is going to be that. There is a whole difference between asking something for free and ordering something for free. Okay. You're asking me no excuses. Okay, delivered till advance. Okay, we are doing that. It is for not for money sake. Okay, Remember that one. Yeah, Viras, I will provide you the WhatsApp link also at the end of the meet. You can you can join the WhatsApp and you can ask all your resources there. Okay. So the day two part, what we're going to cover is we're going to cover it all about. We're going to see about begin, and we're going to see about what is symbol, and we're going to cover about objects, and we're going to see about arrays, and then we also going to discuss about functions. Okay, we're going to discuss it. And also, I'm again repeating that those who are already watched the beginner level and you know about the basics and beginner things, this bootcamp is not for you. Okay, you already attended the 12 days of workshop, 12 hours of workshop. You completed all the JavaScript. This is not for you. So you can, if you have any other time, you can use it. Okay, then you like that is what I'm telling you, and you don't want to pay anything. Okay, so we are not doing this content for this content is for beginners. So you are remembering that the people are watching that everyone is not an advanced person. Okay, so the title is for beginner to advanced. Okay, so beginner we need to cover the beginner, then only I can go to for the advanced concept. At the end of the fourth day, I will tell you the how the entire full stack application is working, and we're going to create an application. That is what the advanced level is. Okay, and I know that several users that you are all some of the users that from other. Okay. Okay. So again, I'm repeating that there is no such case. We are not forcing anyone to watch the YouTube channel, and you need to do that. If you are a beginner, if you are interested in beginner level, then you can watch it. Okay. So the advanced level, if I say mention advanced level, it's all about the projects. Okay. If someone is mentioning the advanced level, what you consider as an advanced? If it is an asynchronous, it is an advanced. Remember that. And there is no cheating is happening here. Okay, so we are taking the life just for our sake, and we are taking it for life for completely fair. We don't want anyone to pay. And I know that some of the people who specifically targeting TWD in the recent weeks, I don't know why, but keep chatting like this. That is very fun. Okay, so let us go here. So now, sorry for the disturbance. Let me go here. So let us go for what. First of all, let me see what is begin. Okay. Okay. So what is begin actually? So begin is a new data type that is introduced with the primitive data types. Okay. So we have discussed about all the five primitive data types. That's what already existed when JavaScript was introduced. These five data types are there in the primitive data types. But begin is something new. It is newly introduced one. This is used to calculate. It is used to calculate the maximum safe number, not to calculate maximum safe number. So if you want to do any operation that is cross the maximum safe number, then you need to use this. Okay. So what is meant by maximum safe number? Well, every programming language has a maximum safe number, maximum safe value. So like below that number only, they can able to hold the value. So if you are doing any operation that is greater than that number, then the program started to do some weird things. Okay. For example, let me go here. Let me go here and I say maximum safe number. Okay, you can see maximum safe integer. So that is what it is. And in JavaScript, the maximum safe integer is this number 90719925. This is the number that is the maximum safe number. And within like below this number, if you do any operation, it will be work fine. Okay, but if you cross this number, if you are doing any operation that is greater than this number, it will show some errors. Okay, for example, I will show you. Sorry for that. Current went off. Okay, just a minute. Okay. So let me open the console, and in the console, if I put this number, okay, and here if I started to add, if I do some work, for example, if I started to add 1,000, okay, here, and what would be the result should come here, the 1,000 should be added, so we need to come 1,991, right? But you can able to see we are getting 1,992. So why we are getting this 1,992? So 1,992, because we are getting this because we are crossed the maximum safe number. So any number that is crossed the maximum safe number, yeah, so any number that is crossed the maximum safe number, it is considered as an big int. Like we cannot do some correct operations. Okay, so that is why the big int has been introduced. So if you want to do any operation like uh, after this maximum safe number also, you can able to perform. How? Just adding into it. So if a number followed by n, that kind of numbers are called as big int. Big int is nothing but big integers. Okay, for example, now if I want to add 1,000 n, you can able to see we are getting the correct answer, right? 99991. So after this maximum safe number also, we can able to perform the correct answer. That's what the big integers do. Okay, so that's what big integers is. And remember that big integers and symbols have right now, there is no use cases in working with that. So you can expect a lot of updations in the later, after some period of some years, like, so after that it will be work. Right now it is introduced, okay, just now introduced only, so we don't have any other things. So now then we're going to see about, this is what about begin this. And the next thing that what we're going to see about is we're going to discuss about symbol. So what is symbol is? So symbol is to store anonymous unique data. Okay. So what is mean anonymous unique data? Like you want to store some data. Okay. Even though both are going to be, you want to store two data, even though both are going to be true, if you store it in a symbol, then it is unique. Okay. So it is like if you store that data, it is completely unique. Okay. So let me explain how. For example, if I say const a equal to 10, and then I say create const b equal to 10. Okay, and in the console.log, if I compare a is triple equal to b, okay, and you will get true, right? Why? Because both the value is true. That is why we are getting it. But what is symbol is? Symbol is nothing but you just want to call the symbol, and just whatever the value that you want to give, the unique value that you want to give, you can give it. Okay, you can see what the description of symbol is giving. Returns a new unique symbol value. That's what it is. So for example, if I just copy it now, if I paste it here and if I put 10 here, the same thing if I do here, okay, even though I'm going to copy it and paste it here, so both are same only, right? But it is going to give me false. Why? Because right now it is a symbol data, right? So this is a symbol value. It is going to return a unique symbol, like unique. It is going to return an unique value. So even though the values are going to be same, it is considered as it is a unique value. Okay, so both are different, right? Okay, so that is what symbol is. So then this way you can able to store some anonymous data. So that means the data that is not related to your file. If you want it, you can able to store it. And that is completely unique. No one can use it. No one can know it. If you put it in the symbol, no one can know it unless you go and check the code. Okay. So it is going to be completely unique. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. So that's what symbol is. And this begin and symbol right now, they don't have any use cases. We're going to discuss it all about. Okay. Yeah. So what is this all about the primitive data types? 7 primitive data types. We have covered 5 before, and also symbol and begin is has been covered. So now we're going to look into the objects and arrays. Now we're going to look into the object and arrays. So for creating an object, what is the syntax is? So I just want to let me go with array first of all. The topic of array. Okay, and then let me discuss about object. So array is also a special type of object. Don't consider array as a special data type. Array is also a special type of object one. Okay, we will confirm it. So to create an array, so we know that the reference type holds more than one value, right? So we know that we just want to add like this, like this. So that's one. So if you want to hold more than one value, so you can use an array. Just want to use a square bracket separated by comma. Whatever value that you like to add it, you can add it. Not only like there is no heterogeneous, homogeneous array system. So if you want to add some other data type also, you can add it. For example, you would like to add a string, you can add it. If you want to add a Boolean value like this, you can add it. Likewise, whatever value that you want to add it, you can add. Even an array inside an array, you can add like this. An array inside an array like this. Okay. So like this also you can add. So let me see it how the array looks in the console. So how it is aligned and how everything is camped. Console.log AR. And here you can able to see this is the structure of an array. And here you can able to see this 7. What is this? This is the count of the value. Then we count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see two numbers, but this is not two numbers. This is a single value because it is enclosed in an array. So that's what it is. So it is 7. So that is why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it is a one array. That is also a one value. So that is going to be 7. So you can able to see how it is aligned and everything. So you can able to see length property. The length property is basically what here, the count of the items, number of items in the array. That's what it is. And here you can able to see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, something. It is has some structure, right? So what is this? So basically it is like we discussed about what is variable. Variable is like a container and store some data, right? And same thing like here, array is like a container that contains small container inside it. Okay, it's a big container and it contains small containers, and those containers are called as small containers are called as indexes. Okay, so they are numbered, they are ordered. The indexes is ordered here. So the in array in JavaScript, the array has a numbered indexes. Okay, it starts from 0 and it keeps on going as long as how many value that you are giving. Okay, you can able to see it starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Okay, so it is going like this and it is keeps on going. Likewise, it was before. Okay, so that's what it is. So array indexes starts from 0. So basically why we need this indexes, because whenever we are giving a value, so those value will go and store into the this small indexes only. Okay. So if you want to access right now, you can see if I ask for ARR, you can able to get this entire array, right? We are getting this entire array. What if I only want this value, hello W, right? So I just want this only this value. What I need to do? Well, you need to tell the indexes of this value. So how? Just simply give a square bracket, call the array, and give a square bracket, and inside the square bracket tell what is the indexes of the number. So the indexes of the number is 1. Okay, so if I just give 1, and here you can see we are getting the particular value. So likewise, if you want to pick as particular value based on value in an array, just use the indexes and you can able to get it here. Okay, so that's what it is. And one more thing is, so this is accessing an array value, this is creating an array value, like declaring an array. That's what it is. And here if you want to, okay, so here you need to check what is the data type of an array. You can check console.log. What is the data type? So for that I'm using the type of operator, and tell what is the data type, AR. And if I ask for it, you can see we are getting this object. Okay, we are getting this object. So that is why I'm telling object array is not a different data type. Array is a special type of an object one. Okay, in JavaScript, array is a special type of an object one. So this is what all about arrays are. Okay, clear? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now let us see about what is object is. So object is nothing but on obj. So how we created an array? We created an array by using the square brackets, right? So for object, we need curly braces. Okay. So that is the difference between object and array. And the differences between objects and arrays are arrays have a numbered indexes. Okay. Based on what order that you are giving, based on that order, it will takes up the value. So that's what it is. Okay. First one. And the second one is the order is very important when it comes to an array, but when it comes to object, the order is not important. Why? Because based upon what order you are giving, it is not going to take the value. It is whole different. How? Here you use this curly braces, and here it will be store the values in a key value pairs, and this is called as properties. This is called as properties. Okay. So this is what called as properties. And what is properties? To storing data inside an object, that is called as properties. So for doing that, how can we do this? For example, let me consider this object as a person. Okay. If you want to store the name, then you need to give a name, like how you declare a variable, but you don't want to give the let and const here because it comes under a single variable. Okay. So that's what it is. Yeah. So now you can give the name and tell what is the name that you want to enter. Let me take. Yeah. Okay. So that's what it is. And like this, you need to create and you need to separate each and every property by using a comma. Okay. So now we are getting a reference value. Yeah. So now let us go here and let me ask it in the console.log and we are asking for person. Okay. And here you can able to see here we are getting object name Nabidu Whispers. We are getting this, right? But you can able to see if I given another value, remember that it is separated by a comma. And if I given another value like age, colon, and the age is going to be 24. And if I save it, now you can see here, the age come first and the name is aligned to the second. You can able to see the order is getting changed, right? So why the order is getting changed? Because the order is getting changed because of the, it is not dependent upon the order. So here in array, we don't have key value first. So there is no named indexes array. Okay. So here it is arrays are numbered indexes only. So in some other programming languages, you can able to see named indexes array and those arrays are called as associative arrays. In JavaScript, associative arrays are absent. Okay. You only see only the numbered indexes arrays only. Okay. Okay. So that's what only you can able to see it here. So now here, if you want to access a particular value, so you want to access this name of a person, then what you need to do is, so there we will use the square bracket, right? So here you need to use a dot operator, dot, and you need to tell what is the value that what is the property, what is the key that you need to tell it. Then based on the key, it is going to provide us the value. If I ask for name, then it is going to give the name of it. Okay. So this dot operator is only that it will go inside it and it will go inside it and find the number of. Okay. So that's what it will do. And that's it. And here, this is how you need to access a value. So basically, what is object is? So why we need object is because grouping the things together. So keeping the data and behavior in a single place. Behavior in a single place. Keeping the data and behavior in a single place. So what is data? For example, whatever the data that you are collecting for a person, you want to store it. Okay, instead of creating separate variables, you can create an object and you can store all the data inside this object. So in this way, what you can do is you can able to group the things together. Okay, so you can group the things together. So with the help of this, everything inside this information, the data about this person is everything inside that particular object. So whenever you want, you can just go and you can able to get it here. Okay, so that's what it is. That's why we are using object. And not only that, we can able to store a behavior of the behavior for that object also inside an object. We can able to store the behavior. How can what is mean by actually a behavior? So let me see that. Before that, we need to discuss about a concept called function. Okay. So what is function? A function is nothing but. So what is variable? So variable is like a container. What is variable? Variable is like a container to store data. And if you call the variable, it is going to return the data. That's what the variable do, right? What is function is? Functions is also store. It is also going to store something, but it's not a data. It is going to store a statement, okay? And it is going to execute a block of code, and then it returns the data. What is mean by that? Well, if I call the variable, it is a data. If you call for name, it will return the name of it. Okay, because that is the value that it is inside that particular variable. It is going to return it. But if I call a function, it will do some set of actions. It will do some set of code. Okay, it is going to execute some set of statements, then it is going to execute the data. Okay. So how? Let me see that. So basically, function is a block of code. So based on it will store the block of code. Whenever you are calling that, the block of code will be executed and you will get it here. That's what it is. So for creating a function, we just want to call the function. It is a keyword for creating a function, and you need to give a name for a function. For example, I just give a name like first name. Okay. Like this. So this is the name of the function, and whatever that you want to give inside this parenthesis, that is considered as a parameter. We will discuss that as a we will discuss that what is parameters bit later. And here, whatever the block of code that you want to execute, you can store it here. For example, if I want to store let a equal to 10, okay, so it is going to create a variable. If I ask for let b equal to 10, let me say 20, okay, and I say let C equal to A plus B like this, and return C. Okay. So now you can see that this is simple, right? But you can able to see a difference. Like if I say console.log, what is A? If I ask for A, you can able to see we are getting a reference error. Why we are getting a reference error? Because the first thing is the functions, this function you can able to see, right? Whatever you are right inside a function, it is accessible only inside this function only. Okay, you can able to access the function only inside this functions only. And whatever you return here, the code is not get executed. For example, if I ask for what to C, you can see the if it is returning C, right? So if I ask for C, C is also not defined. Why? Because the function is not yet executed. So you need to execute a function first, then only you can able to get the value. So for executing a function, what you need to do is first you need to run the function. So for that you need to call the first name. Okay, the first name is going to be the not an execution, it is considered as an invoking a function. Okay, we are calling the name of the function and followed by this parenthesis. Okay, and where you need to call the function, well, in the console I need to call the function. Okay, now if I call this function in the console, and you will receive the value in the console, you can able to see we are getting the value in the console, return C. So what actually is happening here? Well, whatever you created inside a function, it will be executed only when someone calls this function. Okay, when someone invokes this function, and this parenthesis is doing the invocation. So without this parenthesis, if you run the function, it is considered simply a data. It is going to return the data itself. Okay, it is going to return the data itself. And here, if I use this parenthesis, this is considered as an invocation. If I invoke that, you can able to see we are getting this value here. Okay, so that's what it is. Yeah. So now let me go deeper and we see that how the structure is working. So here first name is considered as the name of the function. It is used to invoke a particular function. Okay. And here you can able to see these values, and these values are accessible only inside the function. Okay. And what is this return? So return is a keyword that is used to return. Right now I say that it will execute a statement and then returns a data. So if your function is running, it need to return something, right? So that returning thing will be okay. So the return keyword, what is the return keyword is doing? The return keyword will return the value to the place where the function is invoked. For example, here the function is invoked. Here the function is invoked inside a console. So the return keyword return the value to the console. Okay. But here, instead of that, if I created like this, result equal to, I just ask for first name. So now what will happen is, the return keyword returns the value, returns the data to the place where the function is invoked. So the function is invoked in a variable declaration, right? So whatever the value here it is invoked. So whatever the value that we are going to get here, it is go and stored inside this result. So if I ask for result, if I save it, you will get the result. So that's what it is. And what is this is useful for? Well, basically, whenever we were working with a function, we will get data from the outside. Okay. So that is why we are having this parenthesis. So here, this place is called as the place of parameters. So where we will get value from outside the function. For example, if I have these value outside the function, okay, then if I want to pass this value inside the function, what I need to do is here I just giving num and then num1 like this. So two values that I am declared, and right now this is going to take value from the outside. So where it is going to take the value? Well, you need to pass the value where it is declared. So here it is invoked. So in this place you need to declare the value. So here it is going to be a comma b. So now what will happen? A, whatever the value is coming from the a variable, it is go and store inside num. Whatever the value that is coming from b value, it is go and store inside num1. So if I ask for, I just comment off this, and if I ask for, if a function is executed, tell me what is num and then num1. If I ask for it, you can see we are getting 10 and 20, right? So that is what the that is what the particular that is what the parameter is of. And now you can put the dynamically. For example, let's see equal to whatever the value that is in num and whatever the value that is in num1. You just want to add it and you just want to return to the place where the function is invoked. So the function is invoked in C. If I return it, you can see we are getting it. So this is having some dynamicity over the function. Okay, this is what that is. This is what that will. Yeah, yeah. This is all about functions. So functions basically stores a block of code, and whenever you are invoking the function, it is going to run the function and it is going to return the data from it. Okay. So basically, what we're going to do, basically this place, the place where you are giving the value is called as argument, and the place that you are getting the values is called as parameters. Okay. And the place, the return keyword is used to return the value from the function. Okay. So that's what it is. Yeah, this is what it is. And now we're going to see about this one, object. So what is, we have already discussed about object, how to store a data, right? For example, if I say person, okay, and here if I want to store name equal to John, and let me say age equal to 24, like this, okay, and here console.log person, okay, and here console.log person, we are getting name and age, right? So what if I want to create a function, for example, I just want to create a function based upon the data that is in this object. So how can I create it? Well, a function, right? And I just want to mention it as details, and this function is going to return. So let me create a parameter and let me name it as employee, 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 like this. Okay. And here I just call the details. Okay. And here I just going to pass this person as an argument. And this person object is going to pass inside this employee. And this employee is right now this object. And now I just going to say employee dot name plus I just going to say is my name. Is my name, something like this. Okay. And now I just going to invoke this function inside the console.log. It is going to say console.log invoke person. Okay. So now what is going to happen? Well, there is an object is here, and we created a function, and this is going to work. This is going to call the function inside the function, and we are going to pass it here. And if I ask for it, you can see you are getting John is my name. So we are getting it, right? but you can see that what is the core functionality of an object, keeping the data and behavior in a single place, like grouping things together. And this function is also related to this person, right? Then why we need to keep this function as separate? Well, we can able to put this function inside this object also. So that is called the behavior of an object. So this is the data that is considered as the properties, and this a function inside an object, it is considered as a method, and that is what the behavior of an object. So how can we create a method inside an object? For creating a method, well, a simple changes, remove the name of the function and and create it like a key value first. That's it. Details like this. Okay. So you can see we have details, and this details is a property. It's going to be a key, and it is going to contain a function, but without name. That kind of function, a function without name, they are called as anonymous functions. Okay. So why we don't give any name here? Then how we can invoke a function? Simply here we don't need any name because it is inside an object. So we have keys. So we will access things inside object based on the keys one, right? So that is why we are doing this. So we are doing like this. Now, if I ask for what is, I just remove this one, and I just remove this one also. And here I just going to mention it as person.name, keeping things simple. And in the console, I just going to ask for what is person. Okay. And here, if I click it, you can see we have age, we have name, and we are having the function details. And if you want something, what you will do, give a dot operator and you will go inside and you will ask for it, right? And you will get it, right? 24. And if I want the name, you will get it, right? Same like that. If you want a function, then you need to call the function property. Just call it. You will get the function formula. Why? Because when it comes to a function, you just want to invoke the function. So you need to give a parenthesis. Okay, followed by a parenthesis, you need to give. And if you give it like this, if you run it, then the code inside the function, it is going to execute it. And here you can see we are getting John is my name, like this. And with the help of this, if you want to create another function, another person, let me take this as a person one. And here, let me change this as to Vikram. And here we change this one to person one dot name. And here, if I ask for what is person one, you can able to see we are getting Vikram. Vikram is my name. Like that, we can able to get it. Okay. So there are so other dynamicity is also there. We will do this. And this is what this all about, creating an object. And here, one thing that you want to look into here is you can able to see if I cut it down and paste it below this console.log. Okay. Compare these two things. Console.log followed by parenthesis, person1.detail followed by parenthesis. You can able to see the similar structure, right? You can able to see the similar syntax that we are having both in console.log parenthesis and person1.details parenthesis, right? So this is an object and this is a method inside a function, right? Same like that, here this console is an object and here log is going to be a method inside it. So console is also an object, and you may come up with a term called in everything in JavaScript, it is an object. So why we are coming up with this term? Why you are coming up with this term? Because everything is built on object only. So if you are taking a string, that is also an object. If you are taking a number, that is also an object. Everything is built by object, but they are derived as string. They are derived as numbers like that. Same like that, this console is also an object, and they have so much of methods. Okay. Right now we have created only one function. So we can able to create more than one function also, right? We can able to create it if we want it. If this is our custom object. Same like this console is an object. They created more functions. And we are using one among them. That is what the log. And that is what in the first class I said that this is a default method that is available. The word method. So method is nothing but a function inside an object. So if you want to see all the method, then just go here, check it in the console. You can see a curly braces, which means it is an object. If you click here, you can able to see all the methods that are available for console. And we are using one of the method, that is this log. So this log is the method that we are using. And we have so much of method. You can use one, and you can able to see we have error. Like these are the methods also you can use it. For example, if you want to show an error, here I just say console error. Okay, it is also a method. If I ask and I tell that hello, I am error, like this, you can able to see the background color of red. Hello, I am error with the background color of red. You can able to see it, right? So and you can use what. So what basically one will do is one is giving the yellow color. So like warning messages, you can see this message that it will show it. You can use any method that should be displayed in your browser. So one of the method that what we are using is console.com. And one of the other method is called the table, a table method. Well, basically this will creates a table. For example, if you can able to see this person, right? If I pass this person inside this console.log table, you can see what we are getting. It is representing instead of normal object, it is giving a table representation. You can see name, John, age 24, and detail is going to be a function. And below this, you can able to see the normal representation, age, details, name, and everything, right? And in this table method, you can see what order that we have given, the same order it will be there. Clear? So these are the custom built object. So the entire programming language is an object. Okay. So we are using the methods, default methods, and everything that what we want to learn it, we can use it here. So a string is an object and a number is an object. So for example, let me go for some of the documentation. Let me go for W3 scoop, one of the most common documentation. Everyone knows it. So if I go for the W3 scoop, if I scroll it down and click on learn JavaScript and go for here, you can see we are having JavaScript string methods, right? So string is a primitive data type. Then why we are having these methods? Because string is built by objects. Then it is derived as string. Okay, it is created by objects. So it have methods, properties, and everything. Okay, then it is derived as objects. Okay, so that's what it is. You can able to see we have slice, substring. These are default functions. So why they are created this default function? Well, they are repeated ones. We don't want to create. If I want to cut down, if I want to like, if I want to make the string all the letters to capital, to uppercase or to lowercase, I don't want to do it manually because I know there is a requirement and uh, people are using things a lot. So that is why a default function, they created a function and they will add it here. And you can able to see replace all, right? So this is newly added one. So 2022, it is added. Okay. So this replace all is newly added. And if you like to contribute, for example, you feel like this method will really helpful with JavaScript. You can also contribute. Okay, that's also you can also make a proposal and you can also contribute it. Okay, so that's what it is. Each and you can see this is you can able to see the syntax that is exact similar to an object. So text dot, if it is dot, then it is an object. This is a property, a length property that is it for string, and you can see text dot slice with curved braces, the parenthesis, which means it is a method, a default method that is available. Okay, that is why JavaScript everything is an object, and everything has a methods and everything that have it. Everything is built by object only, but they are derived as string, derived as number. They are separated into a different data type. How array is a special type of object, same like that. String is also a special type of an object. Number is also a special type of object. And you can scroll down, you can able to see that also. They will give an indication. I think I don't think I don't know where it is, but they will give an in documentation. They will notify it. You can see you can able to create. You can see do not create string objects. Remember that we can able to create string. The string is not also a string object, but it is derived as string. Okay, an object we are given a name and they we are separated it from object. That is why we are calling it as string. But the actual name is string object, and we can able to create a string object with new keyword also. We can able to create it, but that is not a recommended way. So go with the normal complex one. So like without complex. So that is the recommended way that we are using it. So that is why everything is in JavaScript is built by objects only. Okay. So that's what it is. And here this console is on object and everything is on object only. The browser is also what they have created. Right. So that's what it is. Now we created this one, and what are the next concept that we're going to see is going to see about loops, and we're going to see about functions, and we're going to see about iteration, and uh, we're going to see about and we're going to discuss about iteration, and we're going to discuss all about like template literals. We're going to discuss this also, and the end of the fourth day we going to create whatever the basic things that we have learned. We're going to create a simple visual application. Okay, so with the help of this application, you can able to understand the whole workflow of a full stack. Like if a backend is involved, whatever the database, whatever the other things is there, right? So how it is working, we will discuss that also. Okay, so in the fourth day, so loops, iterations, and everything, this will be covered in the next upcoming class. We will cover it up, and at the end of the fourth day we will create an application, and in that time you will get a whole workflow of it. Okay, you will get that. Okay, and that's for it. Just a minute, I will give you, yeah, just a minute, I will share you the attendance form. Attendance form in the chat box. So who all or what to fill this attendance form? Like please fill it, and once you fill it, just inform me. And if you have any other doubts, you can ask me. Okay, and don't ask with me. Please change the title like that. Okay. And one more thing is, like in the day first itself, we have informed you what are the topics that we're going to cover in this 4 days of bootcamp. And those who are interested, you can attend this bootcamp. Okay, if you are not in here, we are not forcing anyone to attend here. Okay, so remember that one. Okay, remember that thing. And I know that most of you are beginners who all are watching here, except some. Yeah. If you have any other doubts, you can ask with me now. You have time once you filled it. Okay, 2 more minutes is left. Okay, only 2 more minutes is left. Okay, guys, thank you all. Thank you for those who are filled the attendance form. Thank you all.